Hey, thanks for clicking on the video. Today we are checking out the Wolfsbane exotic axe and all of its catalysts. This video will include how to get each catalyst as well as what they do and if they're good or not. There are timestamps down below, so if you're here to just find out how to get one specific catalyst or how one specific catalyst performs, please use those so you can get to your desired information quicker and easier. Also, if you enjoy this content, you like being informed about Destiny 2, then please do subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and I would love to have you as part of my community. But with that aside, we're going to start with the gameplay reviews of the axe first, so that's reviewing the new catalysts. I'll show you how to get them later in the video. Again, timestamps are below. So quickly, let's go over the axe in its base form. I assume if you're watching this video, you likely already know what this exotic does, but we'll quickly recap. Its description reads, light attacks generate sword energy and have the chance to spawn seeking quicksilver nanites that heal the wielder upon attaching. Now, this is the basic function of this weapon. Of course, it's the Iron Banner axe that we've been wanting and asking for years now, and it performs like so. It has an overhead light attack and a heavy attack that is a slam with a solar wave coming out of it. But to do that slam, you need a sword energy, which is pretty much only gained by actually landing light attacks. Also, this axe can't block. Now, the other thing about its main exotic perk is that light attacks will spawn nanite swarms. When collected, these will heal you and begin to feed into the second exotic perk. This perk, called Nano Assault, reads quicksilver nanites that attach to the wielder charge the blade. Hold reload when fully charged to overclock the attached nanites, enhancing the blade's offensive capabilities. Light attacks deal increased damage to targets. Fully charged heavy attacks create a flaming quicksilver swarminado. And in-game, we can see that light attacks spawn nanite swarms every 3 hits to fill up this meter. And when full, we can hold reload to get 14 ammo from thin air and 10 seconds of buffed capabilities. This includes dealing 25% more damage on our light attacks and our heavies turning into solar tornadoes, as the description stated. As for some other miscellaneous stuff about this axe, it synergizes with Outbreak Perfected and does more damage to enemies that have Siva nanites in them, up to plus 25%. And then the axe itself also gets access to unique handle perks that will give you some damage resist when in combat, with varying levels depending on your chosen handle. But now onto the catalysts, kind of the main reason you probably clicked on this video. The first one is Attrition Orbs. This will spawn orbs for just dealing sustained damage. And you can see this easily by paying attention to the chat. When using the axe in its base form, it's alright, but when we get into Nano Assault mode, the tornadoes count as hits and absolutely print orbs of power. This is actually pretty potent for healing while going to town on bosses or keeping surges up for you and your team. It's definitely not a bad perk by any means, and I would consider it, especially again in team settings. But that's kind of all there is to say about this catalyst. The second catalyst we get access to is Relentless Strikes. This perk says landing 3 light attacks refunds ammo. And in game, we can see that exact thing happening. But what's actually really cool outside of getting some free ammo is that the math works out to technically give this sword true infinite ammo. This axe, sorry, not sword, takes 21 strikes to get full Nano Assault charge. And with Relentless Strikes, that puts us at 50 ammo when we get there. But as you might recall, when we consume that meter, we get 14 ammo out of thin air. That brings us back exactly to the max ammo count of 64 swings. So with Relentless Strikes, we can have infinite axe ammo as long as you don't use any when in Nano Assault, which is super unrealistic, but with the occasional heavy ammo drop, the ammo economy here is actually incredible. So if you were hoping to run around with infinite sword ammo, Relentless Strikes might be the way to go. Now onto the next catalyst, we have a Burning Ambition that says sustained damage causes Scorch and hits against Scorch targets adds Scorch. Basically, this means our axe can now ignite in normal mode. After about 3 quick hits, whatever target we're facing will get scorched, and then if we keep doing damage consistently, a couple seconds after that, we'll actually get an ignition. This actually increases our damage output pretty greatly, given that against bosses, you'll be reaping the benefits of this perk very often. And then ignitions happen a lot quicker in Nano Assault mode due to the solar tornadoes applying Scorch themselves too. So both of these are compounding, giving you more and more ignitions. This is definitely the best catalyst for increasing your outgoing damage, and can even help with ad clear if you're, say, going against a champion that's surrounded by trash ads that could die to the ignition. Now onto the final catalyst, which is a totally unique perk, and what I was hoping would be the best. We have Subroutine Recursion. This reads, Quicksilver nanites grant more health the greater your stacks of Nano Assault are. Taking damage while Nano Assault is active has the chance to generate nanites nearby. In game, this is actually pretty hard to see. Here's us healing without any progress on our meter, and then here is the same thing, but with full meter. And yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but it's pretty negligible. And the nanite swarms that spawn when taking damage do seem to be pretty damn rare, and it doesn't spawn a massive amount. It's just like one, which doesn't even heal you for that much, so it doesn't do a whole lot either. This might be nice against bosses where you always take damage, like Korgos, for example, if you're sitting in the Arc pool, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty hard pressed to take this over the other catalyst options, even though this was unique and designed just for this axe, which is a bit of a shame. Now, to end off the video, we have the catalyst locations and their puzzles. First things to note, you need to be on master difficulty or above, and these can all be done in one go. You don't need to run the mission multiple times. The first caddy to get is Attrition Orbs. This one is found at the very beginning of the mission. You need to find a little calculator in this corner, and then after grabbing that, you head on over to a computer in the opposite corner and slot that in, which will turn the monitor blue, and you'll be done with this section. You won't get the catalyst until you beat the mission, but when you do so, you will get Attrition Orbs. The next puzzle is on the elevator lift later in the mission. At the very bottom, you can summon the Hacking Scion, and then on the other side of that Scion, you can call the elevator to 3 separate levels. The first one we want to get to is at the top, which is going to be the double arrow symbol. Back on the elevator, this will take you here, where you can go in and find the data pad sitting on this little table. Then you can either go all the way back down or have a friend hit the X symbol, which takes you down towards the bottom, but not all the way. And this is where the second monitor is. And once you're done here, this one will give you the Relentless Strikes catalyst upon mission completion. Now, the third catalyst and Burning Ambitions puzzle is found just after the completion of the next encounter. There are 3 green terminals you need to interact with. One is going to be behind you around where you dropped into the big room. Then the next one is to the left, off near where the lift is. It takes you up to the jumping puzzle behind this pillar. And then the last one is on the opposite side to the right, halfway up one of these pillars. And once you activate all 3, return to where the loot chest was. Here, you can resummon the Hacking Scion in the middle, and you'll just redo the same puzzle that you just did of needing to read the 3 monitors in the middle and then interacting with the matching symbols in the matching order in the 3 connecting rooms. This will open like a trap door in the floor, kind of in front of where the chest is, which is where we put the next data pad. That pad is found on the roof of the building you're currently in, under one of these bridges / catwalks. Going back to the hole in the floor finishes that, and will let you get a Burning Ambition once you beat the mission. Then the final puzzle that gets you Subroutine Recursion is within the last jumping puzzle. By going up to the left from where you came into this big room, in the final glass hallway, there will be a small hole in the bridge opposite direction of where the gravity lift button is. This is where the data pad is going to be. And the monitor is found on the complete opposite side in the other glass hallway. This is again all the way in the opposite direction of the gravity lift button, and is the final thing you need to do to get to the Subroutine Recursion catalyst. And if you go on to beat the mission, you'll be rewarded with each catalyst for the puzzles that you completed. And with that, you should have a fully upgraded Wolfsbane. And I think that's actually everything I wanted to say today. And with that, thank you for getting this far into the video. Your viewership is greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for the support you've been showing on the recent videos. I hope you enjoy this content. I hope I can help you or your friends in any way. Now, if you want to support me and support the channel, you can like, subscribe, or leave a comment. You can also join my Discord, which is linked down below. Again, if you are getting this far and you're not just asleep, I would really like it if you join that Discord. I'm trying to grow it, and I would love to say hi to you. But if you want to support me and support the channel, you don't really want to do any of that, but you can't think of a comment down below, where's Siva? And with that, as usual, I hope you are having a great day, and I hope to see you around.